competition brought to you by New Tang Dynasty Television, the independent non-profit Chinese TV network based in New York. 新唐人电视台是总部设于纽约，是一个独立非盈利媒体。那么新唐人电视台宗旨是促进中国新闻自由，弘扬中华传统文化。新唐人电视台举办系列大赛，那么厨技大赛是新唐人系列大赛之中的一个。
That's right, headquartered in New York City, New Tang Dynasty Television, we're freedom-fighting foodies. We bring uncensored news and information into and out of China. All that censorship in China by this Communist Party, we break through it. Oh, look at those prawns inside. That is amazing. Some action. Look how big those shrimps are. In Australia, we call them prawns. They're massive.
They're huge.
Look at that.
Wow, look at that. And that's the
golden
self-selected dish of which contestant? SHEN,
who won silver in the Cantonese cuisine.
The shrimp stand by itself on the plate. This is amazing.
Oh, we're going to try that, aren't we, Jenny? We can't not have that. Look at the plating of this. Oh,
and
the tail is thick enough.
In the supreme soy, and notice that the back of the shrimp opens because he cut it open. He took out the black line in the back of the shrimp,
amazing.
And when he cooked it, it looks like this.
Beautiful,
wow,
beautiful.
Beautiful.
These guys are going to vie for the gold medal today.
$100 per
$100 per plate. You can actually try much cheaper than that. You can come over to this side, be part of the VIP tasting. Head over to booth number 5. Just for a few bucks, you can come over and taste these incredible. These guys are the top chefs from around the world. Liu Shentai.
Yeah, you don't get to taste these food often. These are master Chinese chefs from around the world. And the seasonings they use, the ingredients they use are just top-notch.
Truly amazing.
And it takes years of experience and practice to make things just right.
Look how big that is, shrimp.
I know.
It's huge.
It must have weighed
I think
like
one's
1
all
pound.
we need. I reckon 1 for you and 2 for me.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Looks like 20 minutes is up, ladies and gentlemen. In Cantonese cook-off, round number 5. The clock is ticking away as we back in the heat of the action with a beautiful little bit of orchard there. That's nice.
Yeah, that's
nice preparation.
Cantonese cuisine is the most popular cuisine outside of China. It's the mildest and subtlest of the 5 cuisine systems in China.
Subtle but fresh.
Yes.
And now you're probably wondering, how do I eat this? Not with your fingers, but with chopsticks. Now let's take a look at chopstick kung fu video.
Hello everyone, I'm Cici of Food Paradise. Today we are going to learn how to use chopsticks. First, I am going to use my right hand. Make sure that you curl your fingers just a little bit. Now pick up the first chopstick and rest it on your ring fingers. About 1 inch goes beyond your thumb. Then pick up the second chopstick and rest it on your middle fingers. Make sure that they are parallel. Now you can use your middle fingers and index finger to move your second chopstick. Just like this. You can use your chopsticks in many different ways. For example, selecting, mixing, picking, dipping, and scooping. You can use this chopsticks to eat any Chinese dishes. I'm Cici from Food Paradise. Thank you for watching.
And welcome back to NTD's 4th International Chinese Culinary Competition. The competition is heating up in the preliminary rounds today. Round 5, look at those shrimps being passed around with the judges. They're smelling the aromatic prawns, the supreme soy. Don't you love that description? Supreme soy.
Yes.
Not just any soy, supreme soy. And what we're seeing here, the plating of the egg white sauteed with milk, contestant number 1270 from Canada. This is one of the most famous dishes in Cantonese cuisine. You hardly can ever get this in a Cantonese restaurant. It's extremely difficult to cook well. You've got to have the right mix of the starch, the milk. Milk should not be more than the egg white. It's better 1-to-1. And the wok should be hot enough, otherwise the ingredients will just break apart and be a complete mess. And you don't have that form there.
Yes.
Amazing.
It's so easy to break
Look
the ingredients.
at that. And with the crow's nest
and
noodles
when it
there.
cooks right, it's coming out pieces by pieces. Looks like this contestant got it right. Let's look at this is Vincent Wen from Canada.
What a great job.
He just finished his egg white sauté with milk. That looks great, Kiam.
Oh, now we're heading back to Robin Law, King of Asia chef, cooking his steamed fish for his self-selected dish. Look at this. Probably a carp or a grouper. Look at the
beautiful
steam is wafting over.
And
it's coming over this side. That's the ginger there. Now he's taking out the ginger. Look how simple it is, but it's the freshness of the ingredients, the freshness of the cooking. You have to cook it really fast to maintain that freshness.
And you have to really master the huohou of the dish. You know, the heat level, when and how big is the flame and for how long. All of these are critical, and only if you have the right mix of everything, then the dish comes out right.
The timing and the heat levels, the wok, you can notice how you can go up to 400 or 500 degrees. You go 0 to 10. It's really an art form when you're cooking Chinese food. This wok, the sauces, there's no exact recipe quite often. These guys are playing by ear, as we say. But look at the years of decades of mastering each aspect of Chinese cuisine, from cutting, from slicing, from ingredients to the use of the wok and the... Look at that.
It actually takes years of observation and practice. I give you an example, Kian. A chef told me that there's a... When you if you categorize heat level, it's from 1 to 10, and 10 is really on fire, and then 1 is like not burning at all. So they observe the bubble, the amount of bubble and the smoke in order to tell how hot the oil is. Well, look at that noodle. That's a required dish of Cantonese.
It's the best thing in the house.
Come close. All right, we have a very special guest right now. Guess who's here from... You were the last 4 contestants on the first seasons of Top Chef, Bravo's Top Chef. Leanne Wong, welcome. How you doing?
Good, how are you?
Terrific, terrific. So wonderful that you could drop by. Enjoying the action?
This is wonderful. I'm actually sitting in the best seat in the house because I have this screen in front of me and I can kind of see everything everybody's doing. It's really amazing.
That's amazing. What have you been up to lately?
Well, I'm doing some work with the cooking channel. Right now I have a show called Unique Eats that I can contribute to.
Fantastic.
And about to launch a web series on cookingchanneltv.com. But today it's all about these guys. It's all about these incredible chefs. And they're doing Cantonese style right now.
Are you Cantonese by any chance?
I am. My father's family is Cantonese, and my mother's family is from the Fujian province.
Wonderful.
So I am 100% Chinese.
Terrific.
Last name Wong.
We're both Wongs.
We're like the Smith of Chinese.
Two Wongs make a white. You got a book. You got a book coming out. Or is it out already? It's The Wong Way to Cook.
It's actually that was a web series on BravoTV.com. The Wong Way to Cook. Yes.
That's so funny.
So what are they making? They're making the pan-fried noodles?
Yeah, the shredded pork. This is the required dish.
I've been watching the shrimp and
isn't that amazing?
The slicing of the pork. And this is incredible because this is, it's so rare that I think Americans get to really understand what true Chinese cuisine and cooking is all about. And it's not just the cheap takeout. I mean, there's really such history with all the regions and the different specialties.
Absolutely. So you must have grown up with interesting few different types of Cantonese food as well as Fujian food. What
interestingly enough, my mother, she cooks a little bit of Cantonese, but she taught herself how to cook when she came to America in her early 20s. And so she was watching Martin Yan and Julia Child and Jacques Pepin. And
fantastic. I guess that's where you got it.
She's a great cook.
Terrific. I'm sure you are as well. So we're 20 minutes to go in round number 5. Cantonese, battle Cantonese. It looks like they finished one of the dishes. They're cutting up the noodles for the shredded pork. Ready to be plated for our judges.
Wow,
very nice.
What's the key to really great pan-fried noodles, you think?
I'm not a master chef, unfortunately, but I think it's about, you don't want to cook the noodles. Well, it depends. These are crispy noodles. I don't know. They have different... We have the shrimp.
We have the shrimp.
Leanne,
it's just making my day right now.
Yes, absolutely.
All right, let's just take a quick break. We're not supposed to talk while we eat, or eat while we talk, but we're going to make an exception. Oh, my goodness.
Wow,
is this good or what?
So good.
Leanne, what do you think?
I
Are we in
can't
heaven?
talk.
One
I'm
of the
eating.
biggest shrimp I've ever tasted. The prawns.
This is amazing
Prawns is
solution,
delicious.
Thai.
Cream soy.
Phenomenal. All right, this is too much.
Wow. And actually, chefs are looking at these dishes.
good one.
20% of the score goes to the preparation, the appearance, and the other 80% chefs look at the color, the aroma, the taste, and the cutting skill.
And that's
That's
steamed
why
fish.
they look at the dish first. They
beautiful.
don't taste it right away because a lot of they need to look at the appearance. They need to look at the color and how the chef cut these ingredients. These are all important.
Oh, the shredded pork's done.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Look at that. It's all cut into finely even pieces. That's why everything is all nicely mouth-watering size. Washing the woks. It's such a cool unit, isn't it? I want to have these at home.
I know,
In the
it's a
backyard.
portable wok. I'm like, you
Oh
got
my goodness.
80,000
Wow, look at
BTUs
those
sitting over
meat.
there.
I know. They got two of them.
I know, firepower.
And sinks enough plating space to serve 100,000 people.
You know what's so amazing about this is that I think a lot of people don't actually get to witness Chinese cuisine being prepared, and it's very fresh.
It is.
It's about fresh ingredients, and good Chinese food is actually very healthy for you.
Absolutely. It's not that oily stuff necessarily you sometimes get, but you know, when you need to get a Chinese fix around the corner. And now, speaking of the flame and the oil, let's give these guys a big cheer and say, add oil, or jiao. Over to you, Carmen.
Okay, so these chefs are working really hard right now. So let's cheer them on. In Chinese, to cheer a chef on is 加油,加油,加油,加油,加油,加油,加油,加油.
And welcome back to NTD's 4th International Chinese Culinary Competition. We're live here in New York City. Top chefs from around the world have converged on Times Square to compete for $70,000 in gold, silver, and bronze prizes. And with me today is Leanne Wong. How are you doing, Leanne?
I'm good. How are you?
Terrific, terrific. You are working on some cooking channel TV shows right now.
Yes, I am currently with the Cooking Channel and Food Network, and
Fantastic.
so I'm contributing to a show called Unique Eats.
Unique Eats. Tell us a little bit about Unique Eats. and when we
Unique
can
Eats
watch
is
it.
a great show. We travel around the country to find the most unique eats in cities all over the place, and it involves a lot of eating and traveling. It's really quite wonderful.
We're just announcing 15 minutes to go with Battle Canton, and if next year we book you guys in advance, maybe you can do a Unique Eats in the middle of this arena.
Is wonderful. I mean, this is amazing for festivals and culinary competitions, and so rarely do you get to see anything like this in the middle of Times Square.
I know, so we're very blessed and honored to be here. Looks like they're cooking up the cabbage for the poached beef in hot chili oil. Contestant number 1486 from Canada is cooking up her required dish, which is a Sichuan dish. I love that beef dish. And she's probably done her, already done her mapo tofu, so she's just finishing off her last self-selected dish. Nicely plated. Look at that. What's he adding there? Some starch to the shredded pork and a little bit of carrots. Look at those flames. Don't you love
goodness.
it? This is some wok power. Do you have one of these woks at home? I wish I could have one of these.
You know,
woks
I
at
do
home.
have a wok. I just don't have the firepower.
Oh my goodness. That's why if you have one of these, it's all healthy. You just flash fry it. All the nutrients are